Welcome to Moonbeam, where every night is a new adventure. Here, you'll find fun, relaxing stories with magical worlds and a sprinkle of stardust to help you drift off to sleep. So snuggle up, close your eyes, and let Moonbeam fill you with wonder and calm. Tonight, our tale is Jacob and the Dragon. Once upon a time, in a kingdom full of green hills and tall castles, there lived a young boy named Jacob. Jacob lived with his family just outside the castle walls. Every day, he watched the knights in shiny armor ride their horses through the village. "Wow," Jacob whispered one morning as he watched Sir Cedric gallop by. "I want to be a knight one day." His father chuckled. "Knights must be brave," he said, "even when they are afraid." "I am brave," Jacob said, puffing out his chest. But deep down, Jacob wasn't so sure. One day, a royal announcement echoed through the village. A trumpet blew, and the king's messenger shouted, "Hear ye, hear ye! A terrible dragon has been spotted near Dark Hollow. All knights must report to the castle." The villagers gasped. Jacob's eyes went wide. "A real dragon," he whispered. "That's no good," said his friend Ellie. "My grandma lives near Dark Hollow." Jacob thought for a moment. Then he had an idea. "I'll help," he said quietly. "You," Ellie blinked. "But you're not a knight." "Not yet," said Jacob. That night, Jacob packed a bag. He didn't have armor or a sword, but he brought his wooden shield, his warm cloak, and a small loaf of bread. As the sun rose the next morning, he tiptoed past his sleeping parents and set off toward Dark Hollow. "I can be brave," he told himself. The path to Dark Hollow twisted through the woods. Birds chirped, and the trees whispered in the wind. But Jacob stayed strong. Suddenly, crash! Something big landed in front of him. A wild boar. It snorted and stomped its feet. Jacob's heart pounded. "I won't run," he whispered. "I'll be brave." He grabbed his wooden shield, raised it high, and made a loud roar like a lion. The boar blinked. Then it turned and ran off into the trees. Jacob laughed nervously. It worked. After a long walk, Jacob reached the edge of Dark Hollow. Thick fog curled around the trees. It was quiet. Too quiet. Then, boom! A giant shadow passed overhead. Jacob looked up. A dragon. Its wings were wide as sails, and smoke curled from its nose. It flew in circles and landed near a dark cave. Jacob ducked behind a rock. "I can't do this," he whispered. "It's too scary." But then he remembered Ellie's grandma. She might be in danger. "I have to try." He tiptoed closer. As he reached the cave, Jacob heard a voice. "Help! Someone help!" He peeked inside. An old woman was trapped behind a fallen tree. "Don't worry," Jacob said. "I'm coming." He rushed into the cave, using a branch to lift the tree just enough for the woman to crawl out. "Thank you, brave boy," she said. Just then, roar! The dragon had returned. Its eyes glowed, and smoke puffed from its nose. Jacob stood in front of the old woman. "Leave her alone," he shouted. The dragon growled and took a step forward. Jacob raised his wooden shield. "I'm not afraid of you," But that wasn't true. He was afraid. His legs shook. His heart raced. But he didn't move. The dragon looked at him. It blinked. Then it snorted a puff of smoke and started to laugh. "Ha!" said the dragon in a deep, rumbling voice. "You're not a knight?" Jacob blinked. "So what?" The dragon tilted its head. "You stood up to me, all alone." "I had to," said Jacob, "even if I'm scared." The dragon paused. Then it smiled. "You have courage, little one," it said, "more than many knights I've seen." Then, with a flap of its giant wings, the dragon rose into the sky and flew away. Jacob stared up, mouth open. Did I just scare off a dragon?" he asked. The old woman chuckled. "No, you earned its respect." That evening, Jacob returned to the village with the old woman beside him. The villagers cheered. Even Sir Cedric bowed. "You have the heart of a true knight," he said. The king himself knelt and placed a wooden sword on Jacob's shoulder. "I name you Sir Jacob," said the king. "Knight of courage." Jacob grinned from ear to ear. That night, Jacob went to bed in his warm bed at home. He clutched his wooden shield and whispered, "I am brave." And from that day on, everyone knew the story of Sir Jacob, the boy who stood up to a dragon, even when he was scared. The end. For more stories like this, check out our mobile app Moonbeam, where you can create your own, as well as the rest of our channel.